Now at 6, in an Operation Crime and Justice report, a judge will soon decide whether a convicted murderer can be released from prison after being sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
And I'm Mary Num. The case dates back more than 3 decades when a woman was killed inside her home in Sumner. Now, one of her killers hopes a state Supreme Court ruling could help set him free. KOMO's Jeremy Harris is live with this exclusive story tonight. Jeremy?
Yeah, Preston and Mary, that ruling by the Washington Supreme Court cleared the way for people who were sentenced to life in prison without parole for crimes that they committed when they were 18, 19, or 20 to petition for a new sentence. Now, one of 4 people convicted of killing 59-year-old Marietta de la Cruz believes he deserves a second chance.
I was acting stupid. I was young, immature. I was under the influence of other people, obviously.
Randy Phillip Capps wants to see life outside of prison again.
It was a horrible thing that happened that night. Shouldn't happen. What I just said is not an excuse for any of it. Being immature and all this. That's just not an excuse. It's plain stupidness,
He's served 32 years so far of a life sentence he received after a crime that shocked Pierce County in March of 1994.
Now, live at 11 o'clock, KOMO News 4.
Good evening, everyone. Frightened neighbors and grieving relatives aren't much closer to answers tonight in a troubling murder.
That night, news crews descended on this Sumner neighborhood where there were few answers about who killed 59-year-old Marietta de la Cruz and why.
Because she's a nice person, and she's a strong woman. It's hard.
Police later figured it out. De la Cruz's daughter and 3 others, including Capps, broke into her home and killed her. Their motive? To get access to her money and estate. They were all sentenced to life without parole. Capps thought that would be his fate until 2021, when the Washington Supreme Court ruled that youth should still be a factor that is considered when handing out a sentence of life in prison for adults between 18 and 21. Capps was 20 when he helped kill de la Cruz.
Brain development for a male occurs in the mid to late 20s. And this is especially true of the frontal cortex, where your decision making, your ability to look into the future and see what kind of potential consequences you've got.
His attorney, Kent Underwood, believes the sentence should be undone, clearing the way for him to be released. Prosecutors disagree, calling the murder calculated and planned.
And there is no argument that he was too young to form the prerequisite premeditation or any other mens rea.
Adding to the prosecutor's case, they say Capps joined a Nazi prison gang, getting a swastika tattoo on his neck along with the numbers 14 and 88.
The 14 stands for the 14-word slogan coined by David Lane, and 88 means Heil Hitler, as H is the 8th letter in the alphabet. He was 47 years old, Your Honor, when he got that tattoo.
Capps has had many infractions while incarcerated at the Walla Walla prison, including an attempt to escape. Prosecutors say life in prison is an appropriate punishment for him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I take full responsibility.
While Judge Philip Thornton said he would need until April to make a decision on a new sentence, Capps knows this is the closest he's been to freedom in more than 3 decades.
And there's no way I could bring Miss de la Cruz back. I wish I could,
Two of the 4 defendants in this case were over 21 and are still serving their sentences of life without parole. They're not eligible for resentencing. Now, the man who shot Marietta de la Cruz, that was Jason Allison. He was only 18 at the time. He applied for and was granted release from custody last year. Within months of him leaving prison, he was killed in a crash involving a suspected drunk driver. Randy Capps is now back in the state penitentiary in Walla Walla, awaiting the judge's decision. We'll be back in court in April when that decision is announced.
Jeremy, you mentioned that part. What did the defense say to statements about Capps being in a Nazi gang?
Yeah, and you saw those tattoos there. They're really striking. The defense's answer to that was basically that prison gangs like that are sort of ubiquitous and that it's not uncommon and almost a survival means for people who are in prison to join a gang like that. So they downplayed it, and Capps, for his part, he said that he's moved beyond that and would like to get those tattoos removed.
Right. Wow. Thank you very much, Jeremy.